How you going, team? It's Nate here, and welcome. Today we're starting a new playthrough, an indie horror game available all over the shop, I believe. You can get it on Steam. I got this through PSN, which is where I get most of my gaming experiences these days. This is it's an indie horror game by Benjamin Rivers, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm digging the retro feel, and typically it's been well received, so people have been enjoying it, so I look to enjoy it as well. I believe they're gonna give us some instructions here. So let's move forward. Your game will be saved automatically at certain points. However, we recommend you put aside an hour and a half and complete Home in a single sitting. Okay, we're gonna actually try and do that. So I'm thinking 3 videos. Turn up the sound, turn off the lights. I've done just that. And I'm hooked up to my headphones. And normally I have one ear hanging out just so I can hear myself speak, because I'm more comfortable that way. But I've got both ears in the headphones, ladies and gentlemen. I have both ears in the headphones, and it might be something that I regret, because I might have the bejesus scared out of me. Always when any game asks me to turn the lights off and make sure I have sound, it makes me very apprehensive, so let's go. All I remembered at that point was finding myself alone. Oh, my head. Where was I? It was so dark. There was something by my feet. A flashlight. Oh. Oh, well, we can move. It's huge. It's a big screen. I don't know. I'm looking at this on a TV. What? No, it's not big. What is it? I guess the actual center of the camera is a lot closer than a lot of games. A lot of 2D games of this nature. Are we gonna explore? How do we explore? That house. Where was I? Where was I? Where are you? Where am I? Oh boy. There was a body lying on the floor. Who was it? I didn't recognize his face. He was still kind of warm. Oh! Yep. So... let me just get a handle of... I just have X. It's just exploration at this point. So, do we want to go downstairs? Yeah. I noticed that I limped as I moved down the stairs. How did I hurt my leg, I wondered. All I could really recall was coming home, seeing Rachel. I was upset. She looked afraid. I shook my head and tried to clear it. I knew I should head downstairs, try to find a way out. Oh, it's not the basement, it's upstairs. Oh! Ah! Hey, oi, 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 oi. The shelf was full of books on local history and hunting. Seemed like the owner of the house really knew the area. Oh, oh. Another door. Oh, that's the basement? Oh, buddy. A thin grey mouse was stuck in a trap. It looked frantic, but exhausted. Did I free it? Oh, where was I? Did I free it? This is past tense. He's telling the story. Yeah, I would free it. Because I'm not one for mouse trapping mice, to be honest, so yeah, let it go. Oh, buddy. Another door. I feel like we should explore upstairs before we continue on. Huh? Huh. The desk had a computer and some papers on it, and a single drawer. I didn't want to snoop, but did I open the drawer? Yeah, you opened the drawer. Receipts, pens, and a blurry photo. Looked like a store of some kind. Why did this look so familiar? Okay, I really shouldn't have been going through this stuff, getting my fingerprints everywhere. Why do you... Blood on the wall. It smelled fresh and sickening. I realized there was blood on my shoes and pants. Oh man, I had to get out of there. When I walk, there's like a heartbeat. I think it's just the footsteps. It's making me freak out though. Hey ho 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 hey. Okay, let's go work our way this way. Oh, fuck off. Oh, my hands are sweaty. What is this? A black and white photo. Looked like the man upstairs and his wife. I guessed? Oh, a black and white photo. Looked like the man and... Looked like the man upstairs and his wife, I guessed. There was no reason for me to keep this. I feel like these are meaningful choices. I would not... Like, if we progress through the game and I need that piece to go further, then it would be very annoying for me that they gave me this choice. But if it, if it branched off into a different story arc, then, you know, awesome. I am going to err on the side of caution. So I'm sorry, Benjamin, that I didn't give you the benefit of the doubt, but let's take it. I slipped the photo into my pocket. Maybe this would help me find some answers. An old dining table covered in dirty dishes for 2 people. There were dozens of beer cans and other liquor bottles among the dishes. The smell was turning my stomach. Okay. An hour and a half. There's my little mouse friend, Fernando. Alright, there's like a new noise in every room. Yep, get a weapon. A collection of rusty tools. These look like they'd seen a lot of use, and were caked in damp-smelling dirt. Why weren't they in a shed? Maybe... Well, it depends on how rich the guy is. Maybe we're in the shed. A photo similar to the old one I picked up. It's been moved a lot. There seemed to be a switch behind it. Did I push the switch? Yep. It depressed smoothly into the wall. I heard a faraway click somewhere. Grab a weapon, idiot. Fernando. Faraway click somewhere. Oh, do I want to backtrack and to cover my bases? No, we'll just keep moving forward. Or down. If he wants to leave, why doesn't he just go to the front door? Well, why don't I just go to the front door? I know the game won't let me do that, but... Hello! I look like hell. My clothes were dirty and torn, and there was mud caked all over my shoes. Yep. Hey ho hey ho hey ho hey ho hey ho hey ho hey. What has he got in his hand? How's it? Is it meant to be a flashlight? It just looks like he's got like this orb of power. Oh, the front door was blocked by a pile of furniture. I knew I had to find another way out. Why? Just... What? Just move the furniture. Oh, signal for help. What? Man. Can't it just be mysteriously locked? See, nobody lives here. It's just full of ghosts. Look, we got cobwebs and the... Fuck off. Huh. The bathroom was spotless. Everything had been wiped to a sheen. I wondered if it was the man's wife who did the cleaning, or him. Really? Oh, there was a photo development tray lying on the floor. Some leftover negatives were sticking out, but they were pretty blurry. I thought I saw what looked like treetops. The door was taped up and seemed to be stuck. By the smell, I guessed it led to the kitchen. Well, what does a kitchen smell like? Is someone cooking? Oh. Hello? Huh. There's a box to downstairs? The box looked heavy, but there were marks on the floor. It had obviously been moved before. Maybe I had found a way out. I must have moved it, right? Ah! Ah! Yep. I heaved the box forward and it finally gave. Oh! No way! Don't go down the ladder! There was a ladder going underground, where the box was. A dank smell rose from the passage. Did I climb down the ladder? Yes. I looked again at the photo I found in the house. The couple looked distant, like they didn't want to be in the same picture. I wondered where the wife was. My leg was in terrible shape, but I had to get out. Oh. Ah! Footprints in the dirt. Looked like more than one kind, and a lot of traffic. Slave runners, or bootleggers. Places all over were marked on the old map of town. The industrial area near the river various houses, and even the water tower near the old rail station. Yes, these guys helped the Nazis during the war. Newspaper clippings from the local paper. They were all about murders in town over the last few years. Wait. There were photos. Photos of our house. What the hell was that about? Maybe I should have looked around more, tried to find some kind of information. What is that? Is that supposed to be a light hanging? A work table covered in papers, dirt, and a handgun. I hated guns. I didn't take it, did I? Yeah, you took it. I tucked the small handgun into my pocket. Its weight was somehow reassuring. Oh, another ladder! It was so dark down there and the air smelled stale and putrid. I couldn't believe what I saw. What was this place? Some kind of homemade rack slung together with poorly cut wood and rope. It was caked with old blood. Somebody didn't actually use that, did they? Well, I'm gonna go this way. The desk looked old and was caked with grime. On it was a stack of old faded paper covered with what looked like names. They were scratched out, and illegible notes were written beside them in faded blue ink. I could only make out a few letters. H, E, E, L, R, F, O, Row. None of it made any sense to me. Am I supposed to puzzle? Is that a puzzle? Oh, a door? Crudely made shelves. They looked like they were holding cans of some kind of corrosive. The labels were worn and slick, but I could still see the warnings. Take them. It looked like a cage? It was small, but there was something coating the bottom. Something wet. Yep. Oh. Rusted hooks, like the kind you'd find in a butcher, hung from the ceiling. They looked pitted and worn from heavy use. That man upstairs, did he do this? Why do I feel like I'm gonna die? There looked to be bones half dug into the ground, and the remains looked old. The faded clothes that were stuck up against the dirt looked familiar. They looked like the clothes that woman was wearing in the photo I found. Was this the man's wife? That guy is not dead and he's going to come after us. Why do I keep going down? Some kind of old boxes. They look like they were years old. Wait a minute. These boxes had old clothes in them. Clothes I remembered throwing out after Rachel and I moved to town. What the hell were they doing here? Oh, that sent a chill. I knew there were bats. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey. Are they flying up? Oh, they're all gone. I have to wipe my hands. They're sweaty. Mum, spaghetti. I remember noticing the broken ladder. I had to be careful. Oh, there was a rope hanging there. I wasn't sure how sturdy it was. Did I take it? Maybe the rope would make that broken ladder easier to descend. So I have to... I had the rope now. There must have been a use for it around somewhere. So this is a cask of Amontillado. Any of you Poe fans out there? I feel like I've missed stuff upstairs. But the way this game is moving, I feel like it's a consequence, you know? I feel like you don't want to backtrack, you just want to keep going forward. And whatever you get, you get. The rope I found would have let me climb down the broken ladder safely. Did I climb down? Yes. I could hear a faint hum, and the smell from before started to get worse. A bunch of old newspapers, wheat pasted together. A message had been hastily smeared on it. Keep out. Danger due to cave-in. Well... Oh, okay. Alright. I'm sweating. A lot. I could still feel a faint impression of the rope I had slid down as I pressed against the heavy metal door. It was probably for the best that I hadn't jumped. The ache in my leg was bad enough as it was. If I could have, though, I would have run straight out of those awful tunnels. Who would keep such a place? Batman? At least I thought I had found that old handgun. It seemed to work, and from the smell of it, it had been used already. I kept the gun in my pocket. It seemed a familiar weight there. Oh. That's how Alien got in. Xenomorph. There was dirt on the ground. It looked wet and there was grass smeared within it. How do you smear grass? The hell does that mean? Oh. Well, that's an arrow. Oh. I could hear a faint trickling sound, like water. What was that? Oh, it's blood. A kitchen knife, covered in drying blood. Thinking about it made me sick. I didn't even want to touch it. Did I take the knife? No. I still had the old handgun. I wasn't sure what good a knife would have been. That exit's a trap. Oh boy. Yeah, the door was locked. There was a musty smell from inside. I wasn't sure, but I thought it was some kind of regulator. I had no idea how it worked. I wasn't sure what those valves were for. Did I turn it anyway? I sure did. 1. 2. 3 and 4. I wasn't sure what those valves were for. Yeah, just turn it, man. Whatever. Famous last words. Yep. Oh. Well, I heard something. Did that mean was that a successful sound? Oh, I guess I gotta check the regulator. There's regulators in here, right? Through the dust I could see handprints from previous use. Probably from whoever worked in those sewers. I don't know what that means. So that knife is a murder weapon. We're gonna get framed at the end of this. It's exit, right? There was a rusty ladder sunk into the water, which smelled disgusting. I knew I couldn't climb down that. Maybe I could find a way to drain the putrid water. Ah. Is there like... Is there like a queue? I thought I could turn this... Yeah. I thought that's what I... Okay. Looked like I turned off the water flow in this valve. Ah. Okay. Kind of thought you just turn it on your own accord. Huh. Progress. We're just going down, mate. How's this an exit? Yeah, get on your hands and knees. Try this door. The safety poster had definitely seen better days. How old was that facility? The door was locked. I could see a faint light within. Uh-oh. Metroid. I found another dead body. A sewer worker. He was a mess, but he looked like he'd been stabbed. I could see a keyring that had fallen out of his pocket. Did I take it? Sure did. I worked up the nerve to snatch the keyring away and put it in my own pocket. Yeah, if we carried around the knife, well then we shouldn't... God damn it. There was a security camera in the room. We're gonna get framed. That's what this game's about. There was a security camera in the room. There must have been a way to see what had happened. Or is that for us to see what has happened? Where are the... If people were in here, where are the... I'm gonna go crawl down that thing. I'm gonna go in that little crawl hole. This is the first time I backtracked, guys. Looked like the water drained out of that grate in the oh. There was a small metal key left floating in the shallow pool of the rancid water. I pocketed the small key, but it was so odd-shaped, I had no idea what it might open. Okay. Wait! Could it open that door? That door's locked. It did open the door. The shelf full of security tapes was strictly organised, though covered in dust. Must have been old if they were still using VHS. Odd. One of the tapes was missing. The security desk was dusty, and there was a dirty coffee cup there. The VCR looked like it still worked. Oh. Oh, well, they've taken the evidence then. I could smell a hint of fresh air here. I was anxious to leave, but I couldn't help wonder what that key unlocked. I began to question my decision to take that heavy gun as I climbed. Would I need it before the end? Or was I a fool for even taking it? I wondered what was in that locked room I passed. Should I have gone back to check? At the top of the ladder, I found a latch and clumsily popped it open. Suddenly, as I lifted the heavy lid from above my head, the terrible smell of that sewer gave way, and the dank scent of pine trees. Where's the ladder going? I tried the little key I had fished out of the murky puddle in the sewers. It fit, and I heaved open the rusty door. Okay. The wind was picking up a bit. The night air had become strangely chilly. Haha. Huh. Oh. No, don't go back into the house. Oh, the old train station was quiet as a tomb. The only sound was that of the increasing wind buffeting the decrepit structure. So... You know what? I'm going to continue recording because I'm unsure if the whole game itself takes an hour and a half, or if, you know, you can finish the game, but if you want to get all the secrets, get all the information, and try each branching thing, then you need to set aside an hour and a half to do it. So let's just continue on. This will be... If I do need to split the video up, then this will be where we split it. But, you know, if we finish this run, then I'll definitely be coming back in again to see what else we can uncover. So let's continue on. We'll go this way. This is the way that we're going. The ancient ticket booth was falling apart and covered in dust and grime. Stacks of paper lined the counter, faded remains of old schedules and reports. Among the papers were newer looking sheets covered in scribbles and illegible notes. Come to think of it, the man in that house had kept similar scribbles hidden on his bookshelf, and he had notes on the water tower outside too. Guessed he could have been coming here, but why? What was he using this old station for? An old map encased in glass hung on the wall. It was the train routes. It was the train routes connected to that to that old station. As I looked at it, it seemed familiar. Of course, the map I found in those tunnels had similar locations marked, and the notes I found on the other man's bookshelf. His notes mentioned the water tower and even this train yard. What was he doing coming back here? The old train was ripped open and hanging from a shred of metal. As well as the broken fence was a dark stained patch of cloth. It looked synthetic, like some kind of outerwear. Inside the train's shell I could see a few faint impacts, like wounds. Could they have been bullet marks? Was somebody shot there? The ground was well worn though, and I couldn't really make anything out. I realized I was touching the gun I had found as I thought. Ooh. You know what, guys? We are going to end the video here. I feel like we're gonna find out everything over the course, so we're gonna take a quick break, and I'll see you again real soon. Okay, so stick around. Peace.